What I want to say to you today is that there are days where marriage will be easy, and there are days where it'll be more difficult. My advice is to simply take care of one another from this day forward and never cease. As I get older, I found that to love and to be loved is one of the most special gifts we're given as humans.
So Abram and I have known each other really our entire lives, actually. We grew up in church together, but really became friends when we were in 6th grade. And our friendship just kind of blossomed from there. We have always been there for each other throughout pretty much every single aspect of our life. We went to prom together senior year as friends, and it's funny because all of our friends from high school were always even wondering, why aren't you dating? And we never really took it to that next step.
I had a crush, but she was always kind of dating older guys.
She always had a boyfriend?
Yeah. But we always kept friends, stayed close in touch whenever we went into college even.
I feel like the moment that I knew I had stronger feelings for Abram was 5 years ago. His brother passed away, and it was obviously a very large event in their life, and just whenever those big life events happen, it really brings you back to the feelings that you have and what really matters. And so I think that was the first time that I felt a very, very strong connection to him, because my heart ached for him and his family so much. And then, life continues to happen, and we were just always there for each other. And so I lived in Lexington, he lived in Nashville, and
She came down and visited one weekend, some friends, and we met up and kind of started talking a little bit more on a regular basis. And she was hesitant at first,
because I didn't want the friendship that we had to be ruined in case it didn't work out. But I don't think there was ever a time also that I doubted that it wouldn't work out.
I knew whenever I wanted to marry her was whenever she made the commitment to move back home. We did the long distance thing for about 6 months, and she made the commitment to move back, and that really showed me that she was in this for the long haul as well.
It was back in January. We were going to visit friends in Lexington, and I was so excited to go for my friend's birthday.
I wanted to clear it all. I didn't want to steal her sunshine on her birthday.
Oh, right.
I texted the guys and I was like, hey, I'm wanting to propose.
Right.
Do you think we could have everybody over at the house before dinner? He was like, yeah, we'll get everybody over.
And he completely broadsided me. I had no idea.
I had this box. It was like a gag gift type of deal. And she was like, what are you doing with that box? And so I got down on one knee, and she was backing up and doing this number.
Oh, really?
And opened the box, told her to get closer, opened the box, and a spider jumps out. And so I was ready to duck and cover. But then I actually whipped out the real ring and gave it to her. So she wasn't expecting it.
I had been on to him a little bit before, but I had just chalked it up. It's not going to happen. And so the timing of it was awesome, because I had no clue, kind of even as it was happening. And he made sure that all my favorite people were there, and it meant a lot.
On behalf of Caitlin and Abram, thank you for being here. Each of us here today are here because you mean something to these wonderful people. Whether they love you, you love them, or I expect in many cases it's both. I just want to say on behalf of them, thank you for being here. These two have been fortunate to experience multiple kinds of love as their relationship has grown and changed. From awkward middle school dances to separate colleges, and now into adulthood, where they've discovered that the love that they've developed has turned into something more special, more permanent. Their friendship formed a strong foundation for what's become their love. And now they come together to make a commitment to love each other for the rest of their lives.
I'll say 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, and 3.
We often hear 1 Corinthians commentary on love, but it truly is one of the best descriptions of what lasting, unfailing love should look like. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others, and it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. From our friend group's perspective, it didn't take long for us to realize this relationship was serious. They hadn't been together long, but Caitlin pulled some of us aside, right before a rec league volleyball game. To be completely honest, very likely between bites of chicken wings. And she told us she really liked this guy, Abram, and that she was planning to move home to Evansville because she wanted to give this relationship a shot. As we've all witnessed, it certainly has grown, it certainly has matured. And on that day, we certainly lost a teammate, but we gained an Abram, and we'll call that an absolute. I could go on about the fun times we've had, our trip to South Carolina, our adventures at Keeneland, and hopefully many, many more. But I've been asked to keep this short. So, without further ado, let's get to the important part.
I, Caitlin Marie Thomas, take you, Abram Timothy Higginbottom, to be my husband.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
Until death do us part.
Until death do us part.
I, Abram Timothy Higginbottom, take you, Caitlin Marie Thomas, to be my wife.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold till this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer or poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
Until death do us part.
Until death do us part.
And now one more. We, the Higginbottoms,
We, the Higginbottoms,
promise to our friends
promise to our friends
to see them in person every year.
to see them in person every year.
To take more group trips together.
To take more group trips together.
And to never let distance separate us.
And to never let distance separate us.
And so, by the power vested in me by a completely legitimate online church, it is my great honor and my absolute pleasure to declare you married. Abram, you may kiss your bride. And now, I introduce to you, for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Abram and Caitlin Higginbottom.
And Abram, I can give you some advice here, and for you to take notes, that'd be great. So, number one, make sure that the clean dishes are on the clean side of the sink and the dirty on the dirty. It's like very streamlined. I don't know how it gets mixed up, but just do that.
husband and I come together and they only know each other, they are there for each other, and they're there for their 50, 60 years. And I said, how do you do it? And most of the advice that I got was just, as you go through life, you grow, you become someone different, and you become a better person.